Hey everybody, David with Bliss Bites, and today we are going to be making this steak with mustard mushroom cannabis sauce. This is phenomenal. We got potatoes back here too. Watch and see. Hey everybody, David with Bliss Bites here, and what I have is a foil package with 8.2 grams of cannabis, which I'm going to toast off at 200 degrees in my old fucking oven. And I'll do that for 1 hour, after which the weed will be decarboxylized or activated. And I will then go ahead and put this into some sort of oil. We'll see what we do here in the morning. But, it's 9 o'clock right now. I know I'm going to cook something for you. Well, that's what we cook. Alright, so I've decarboxylized our 8 grams of marijuana. Put them in the bottom of this jar with butter. And I'm then going to bring the pot on low boil. And I'm going to do this for about 90 minutes. If the water starts to get too low, I'll add more water. And as the butter melts, the weed will infuse into it. And after about 90 minutes, 2 hours, we'll strain this out and we'll be left with our activated cannabis butter. Alright, so time's passed. I'm just going to empty the jar into the filter. This will filter through. Shake, shake, shake. I'll scrape that jar out. I'll also be pushing the plant material firmly, pushing everything through. And already you can see it slowing down. What do I have? 1 second. Let me see if I can go find a spatula. There's my good spatula. Sorry about that, guys. It's dripping. And that's why pushing it through is important. That's all can of butter right there. So I'm going to finish this, then I'm going to run to the store and we're going to see what we're making with this. Enjoy. I've finished filtering it, pushing all the plant material into the filter. What we are left here now with is our can of butter ready to use. I'm excited. Alright, so I've been to the store and I found steaks. Let's cook them. Step 1. Grab our steaks. I know some of this you can't see, but I'm working with a tripod and still getting better at this, but we'll get better. Give them one side a quick season. Pepper, salt, and boom. Nice little sprinkle on one side. Pinch of oil in the pan. Looks like it could be hot. Swirl that around. Oh, the induction burner doesn't like that. Alright. Oh, geez, look at that. Perfect. We'll start cooking these off. And then once these are seared on one side, I'll flip them over, cook the other side. And I will show you what we're doing with these. But right as soon as I put them down, I'm going to go ahead and season the other side. A little bit of freshly ground black pepper. If you're going to use pepper, use a freshly ground stuff. It'll get a ton more flavor, a ton more spice. It's what it's supposed to taste like. And when we're seasoning with pepper, of course, we can add a little more salt as well. And I tend to season my beef a little bit more heavily. But that's just me. There we go. That is now just cooking away. So we'll let that sear on one side. I'll flip them, and then we'll get this on the go. Alright, so it's been a few minutes. Checking the side, it looks like it's about halfway cooked, so I'm going to give it a flip and cook off the other side. Let's see how we're doing. A little bit of color there. Try the other side. That might be the plan. Try to get that color a little more even. And from there, I'm going to let these continue cooking until they're cooked through. And from there, we're going to make our cannabis mushroom sauce. Did I tell you guys that we're making cannabis mushroom sauce today? It's going to be awesome. We're having the steak, potatoes. I've got the potatoes in the oven. I made those while you guys weren't watching. This will be good. There we go. So I feel them. They feel firm. You don't want to feel them like the inside of your hand, but more like here, right between your fingers. A little bit more firm. Before they are done, however, I'm going to set them on the piece of fat here on the side. Just melt that or render that a little bit, so it'll be nicer when we try to eat it here in a little bit, too. Just to balance it would make me happy, too. There we go. Okay, that's not going to balance. Just hold that for a second. So while those start rendering and finish coming together, we need this sauce to come together. So what are we going to do? Start with our shallots. Start with the mushrooms. Slice these really, really thinly as well. Put them in there. Stir those up, spread them out. It only takes probably 30 seconds for the sides to render a little bit nicer mouthfeel. I'm going to pull these off now and set them aside. Boom. Got some friends for mushrooms apparently. So our friends can stay in the pan. Grab that. Set it aside. And a quick mix. There we go. And now we're going to keep making this sauce. Lower our heat on down. And big splash of wine. If you've watched this channel for any length of time, you know I like vermouth. Partly because of the shelf life, partly because I think it has a little nice few herb notes in there that I just find go really well with a lot of food. And this is going to reduce. Yeah. As you see, we've got some color on the mushrooms though. I sliced them super, super thin. They weren't going to need long to cook either. And now that's just going to keep steaming away. Now, we could use it like this too. The flavor's all there. But what you see boiling off or steaming off is the alcohol. It would be a really sort of harsh taste. We're going to take out of the sauce by reducing it in this step. And you see I've actually increased the heat a little bit just to get that boiling. There we go. Potatoes will be done here soon too, so I've got to get this sauce coming together. It should only take a few minutes. But yeah. I can smell it already. I smell the steak juices in there. I smell the vermouth in there. Now what am I missing? This is going to need some more stuff. We're going to need some rosemary. I'll add that on there. I've got dry rosemary. If you have fresh, use a little more fresh rosemary. I'm going to add a nice pinch of dry, maybe 2 pinches. We'll sort of mix it. There we go. There's some of the rosemary there. There it is. There we go, and that's still got a lot of liquid in there. It's going to keep reducing. And as long as there's a bit of liquid, you can't hurt this. So it'll just take another minute. Now, as you're reducing your sauce, you don't want to go away from it. You do want to keep an eye on it during this step. But you can't really hurt it here. That's the big thing to remember. Just let it go. So I'm going to let it do its thing, and I'll be back to you guys in a few seconds. There we go. I'm just going to chop this up. Plate this up and we'll see how it all looks. Pull the potatoes out of the oven. Speaking of those potatoes, all I did was slice some potatoes super, super, super thin. Put some oil on them. Put some steak spice and salt on them. And put them in the oven for a half hour. Or an hour, I'm sorry. Flipping at the half hour mark. Also at the half hour mark is when I started cooking these steaks and making the sauce. And really, this is a super quick, easy supper. If you have a date, this would impress your date. Now, to start with, I'm going to scoop the potatoes that I've got back here. There we go. A few potatoes. I'm hungry. I'm going to have some more potatoes. Bam. Next up, we've got our steak that I have over here. Across here. And to finish it all off, most important part really is our sauce. Got about 4 grams of cannabis in here. So honestly, a gram will get someone who eats edibles a lot quite high. this pot's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna enjoy my supper, probably take a nap. Look at that, guys. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.